Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Former Super Bowl MVP blames Cowboys' inconsistent 2025 performance on Jerry Jones. The first 7 weeks of the 2025 campaign have been a bit of a roller coaster for the Dallas Cowboys. After blowing out the Washington Commanders 44-22 in Week 7, the Cowboys now have a 3-3-1 record on the year, and while the team has some momentum on its side, there's no telling how long that will last. There's been a lot of discourse surrounding the start of Dallas' season, due in large part to the fact that nobody seems to know what this team is capable of. It's safe to say the Cowboys have been quite inconsistent, and according to former Super Bowl 37 MVP Dexter Jackson, he believes team owner Jerry Jones is the main reason for Dallas' strange play to begin the season. Jones has always been a controversial figure, but he's found himself under fire more than usual this season, thanks in large part to his decision to trade Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers right before the start of the new campaign. Without their star pass rusher, the Cowboys have frequently looked lost on the defensive side of the ball early this season. To say Dallas' season has been all over the place would be putting it lightly. Some weeks, they look like a Super Bowl contender, powered by a dynamic offense that can seemingly get whatever it wants every time it snaps the ball. Other weeks, this team looks like it will struggle to make it to the playoffs, thanks in large part to its subpar defense. It'd be one thing if Jones were just the owner of the Cowboys, but he's also their de facto general manager, meaning he's responsible for the construction of their roster. If you ask Jackson, he believes that the main reason for Dallas' early season struggles, and their overall lack of postseason success over the past couple of decades, is due in large part to Jones involving himself in the team's affairs. Jerry Jones. He's the problem. He needs to get out of the way, Jackson said in an interview with Betway. Jerry Jones is a meat guy. It's all about him. You look at the teams that win, you don't see their owners a lot. It's been 30 years since they won. Think about that. All that money, all that talk about the Dallas Cowboys and how they're America's team, but they haven't won in 30 years. At some point, you have to think maybe I need to get out of the way and maybe I'm the problem. Every year the Cowboys don't win at all. Fans become more and more upset with Jones for several reasons. Not only has he proven incapable of being able to build a Super Bowl roster for several years now, but he also continually inserts himself into situations that he does not need to be a part of. Dallas doesn't only have to worry about winning football games, it also has to worry about pretty much everything Jones does and says. And yet, the backlash he faces on a near-daily basis does not seem to faze him. Jones has remained steadfast that he knows what he's doing as the Cowboys' leader, and he isn't concerned with what anyone has to say about his role with the team. For the time being, Dallas has some good vibes surrounding it after it crushed Washington, but one bad loss could quickly change things once again. Dallas Cowboys ignite extension talks for rising star George Pickens amidst stellar season. The Dallas Cowboys are beginning to consider a contract extension for their dynamic wide receiver, George Pickens. After a successful acquisition from the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason, Pickens has quickly established himself as a key component of the Cowboys' offense, leading to discussions about his future with the team. Pickens accumulated an impressive 36 receptions for 607 yards and 6 touchdowns in just 6 games this season. Beyond his on-field contributions, Pickens has positively influenced team morale, earning praise for his work ethic and attitude in the locker room. Jerry Jones, the team's owner, acknowledged that the organization has been contemplating a potential extension for Pickens, highlighting his significant impact since joining the Cowboys. So, what might a new deal look like for Pickens? While not a salary cap expert, KD Drummond from Blogging the Boys analyzed the earnings of comparable receivers to construct a reasonable projection for Pickens' extension. Notably, he identified players such as Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins and T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals as fitting benchmarks. Jalen Waddle, recently signed a 3-year deal worth $84 million, with $36 million fully guaranteed and a $19 million signing bonus. T. Higgins secured a 4-year contract valued at $115 million, including $30 million fully guaranteed and a $15 million signing bonus. Using these contracts as a reference point, Drummond estimates that an extension for Pickens could be structured as a 4-year deal worth $121.7 million, featuring $38 million guaranteed and a $19 million signing bonus. This proposal also allows for an escape clause after 2 seasons, potentially incorporating void years to alleviate cap implications. The pivotal question remains whether Jerry Jones is willing to invest in a second receiver at an annual salary exceeding $30 million. Should the Cowboys commit to such an extension, they would solidify one of the most formidable offensive units in the NFL for years to come. Cowboys trade proposal brings $100 million Ravens All-Pro to Dallas. With the NFL's trade deadline approaching soon, many fans and analysts alike have their eye on the Dallas Cowboys as a potential buyer. After getting a haul in return for Micah Parsons, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has gone on record a few times saying more trades, this time to add talent, are possible. Cowboys Wire's Angel Torres put together a trade proposal that would give Matt Eberflus' defense one of the best linebackers in the NFL. According to PFF, Dallas doesn't have a linebacker ranked in the top 50 players at the position, and Kenneth Murray is rated dead last in the league. Playing better is a far cry from playing to standard, and Dallas could use an infusion of both talent and experience, Torres wrote on October 21. Before pitching his trade target, Baltimore Ravens All-Pro Roquan Smith. Baltimore seems to be a team realistic with their expectations, and a rough start coupled with a slew of injuries could prompt them to make a move. Ravens linebacker Roquan Smith would be a massive upgrade for a team wanting to, dare I say it, go all in to try and win a title, Torres noted. The 28-year-old, 3-time All-Pro linebacker has played in just 4 games this season after injuring his hamstring, but recently returned to practice after the Ravens bye. Smith has stacked first-team All-Pro nods in 2022, 2023, and 2024, and also knows Eberflus. The veteran linebacker began the 2022 season under Eberflus in Chicago before the Bears moved him to Baltimore before the trade deadline that year. Their overlap was brief, but it was there.